was taking off your bumper.
You were taking off the bumper?
Put that one in
and
there.
I see you took off the other tail light. Why did you take off the tail lights?
Because you told me to.
Why else?
I don't know. I just felt like it.
Oh, nothing else is going on except for taking off tail lights?
Yeah, just taking them off.
We're not putting anything on?
No, I just got these pieces of shit in the mail the other day, actually.
What?
Thinking about throwing them away.
You got some red plastic in the mail?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't really like it too much. Let's see here.
We also got a nice bumper. This is the reason Mr. Adrian is disassembling the drift missile. Well, wait, did I just say drift missile? Never mind. Huh. Wait, never mind, I didn't say that. All right, you guys, my apologies if the camera's a little shaky. Just went to the gym, realized my arms were too big, so I came back, lifted a couple sets, but that's about it. And today, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have the new shop organization system. We had a big old thing over there. I'll drop a picture so you guys can take a look at that. But this is the new way of organizing because Sir Adrian was losing stuff. So we have done this organization system and now we are gonna worry about the floors. I don't like that they get stained easily because the concrete isn't sealed. So we are going to seal it today. Hopefully it sticks. There's a little bit of oil stains, but it is what it is. All right, as you guys know, everything is all about the prep work. On anything you do, the better you prep, the better things turn out. We now have to pressure wash this thing. Luckily, we have a very good pressure washer and it should take off all of this stuff. We'll find out here in a second. Worst case scenario, we just go over it, whatever is left over.
Yes.
What time is it?
It is. I don't have my phone. What time is it?
Oh, it is red line taillights time.
3:32.
3:32.
Yes.
It is 3:32 and it is red line time.
3:32 and I've found more. Ahora sí, ya. Fuera de cursilerías. Vámonos. Oh wait, we're gonna take off this rubber thing? Or you already took yours off? We'll take it off later. Yeah, we can take it off later. Sure. Go in there. No quiero entrar. Oh yes.
Oh man. Just like that. We're still missing center garnishes for both, but I don't know if I want to pay $1,600 for a center garnish, so we may find a way to hack the system on that. Is it just me, or does the actual 86 look better without that huge rear bumper and it just looks better flat? I think I'm going to take mine off and then figure a way, maybe custom molding a bumper, because I think I like the way this looks better.
I mean, but that's also your
What?
it's also your bumper, so bumpers are pretty useful.
Nah, who needs a bumper? It's not like we're gonna be drifting. What is up, you guys? It is another day here. We have laid over the primer for the sealer. So the one I'm using is going to be the epoxy seal. and then over the top I'm throwing some clear. Can't vouch for it yet, but I'll let you know, especially as we wear into it. But first thing is, we let this sit overnight so it could completely dry, because I feel like the primer is one of the biggest steps, therefore, so it can etch properly and actually get in there. Today isn't too bad. We got some nice sun going on. But before then, I'm going to update you guys on everything else. So this truck is now the storage for that container that used to be over there. And we took it apart so that we could fix the white truck that's way back there. So that truck there is taking the parts from that truck. And so that truck is actually on its way out of here. It wasn't mine. It was just getting a little bit of a facelift and some minor things done. This car is just the grocery getter car. And I'm actually contemplating making this into a drift missile because it launches. This car, we put in the bumper. Not bad. Put on the little grill emblem. Looks good. Now, I figured, I don't know that I'm going to paint it yet, but I probably will wrap it. We threw on the bumper, the grill, the taillights, the wheels, and that's about it. Oh, we fixed the inside a tad bit, the rust. It's a work in progress in there, so if I show you everything I do inside the car, most likely you'll get bored of so much grinding, welding, and everything. So I'll just show you guys that later. So we may be installing carpet soon. This 86, what is going on, engine is going in. We put on most of the accessories. We're missing the starter right there. But the problem was that when we lifted the car up, we started getting a bad leak, and it turned out to be the oil pan. You can see that oil pan back there, and then the gasket right up here. So we got a really bad oil pan leak, and I'm guessing he just left it there. Adrian's the one working on this one. And so yeah. And last but not least, the BRZ. So the BRZ is now running again. Believe it or not, the only thing this thing was missing is a fuse under here. So the exact fuse actually is a 20 amp fuse, I believe. One of these, if not the one on the very edge. That one is the ignition 2, is the ignition 2 switch. This one here, and that is the main reason that this car could not continue running at the track. But it is back to life. Everything is working fine. We just have to route the exhaust system back because it is too damn loud, because it just cuts out right here. It opens up right here on this side, and on this side it's just an open header, like you can see right there, just an open header. So we will be working on the exhaust system on this one soon. Pro tip: steal your wife or girlfriend's makeup brush to do the edges. They all have a brush that they don't use, so find out which one it is and then do the detail work.
Yes.
Now it's time for the clear coat.
With Frida.
This is what's gonna make it easy to clean messes. We have completely finished the clear and the epoxying, and so far it looks amazing. There's a couple imperfections all over this thing. A little bit of leaves fell on it and so forth. But let me show you guys. You can see the reflection off the light already from the lamps, and my God, what a beaut. You can see how shiny it's gonna be. It's not exactly perfect, but from what it's coming to be, it's looking really good. I'm still missing that side. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that side yet. I mean, of course, it would look better all complete, but my biggest issue was the actual shop, keeping the shop clean. And now that I did that, this side needs to be done. I need to get this hay out of here because I have some animals, but we'll talk about that later. And you can see all these oil stains and all this stuff, and then it transitions into beauty. So we have to do this side now, but man, that looks beautiful. And Yeah, and now I actually had a little bit of this gravel dropped off here. So we usually would use this as parking, and that would cause all of our mess over here in the driveway. So the idea is to fill this whole thing up with gravel and have it as a spare parking spot with a little bit of gravel. Then after that, we will have less mess going on. And with that being said, now on to the car things. False alarm, guys. Actually, we had to do the gravel. I got a little help from the machine. Yeah, and now a little bit of by hand. So gotta sweat it out a little bit. Then on to the fun stuff. Yeah, life ain't easy, boys. Okay, guys, I lied. It is late. I didn't get to work on the cars again, but as you can see, I am not necessarily wasting time. It's just I'm trying to get ahead of the ball before I actually start with the full-on cars. You know, I'm actually going to be uploading another video this week, so stay tuned for that. A little more car content, as you can see. I'm trying to juggle things around and get things organized around the house. I'm getting the cars back on the concrete pad. The gravel, for the most part, is taken care of. The trucks are parked over there, and I'm going to try and make some room around the house. And now that the shop floors are painted, should be a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, and hopefully less mess. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. There wasn't tons of car content in this one, but stay tuned. This week we will have more car content. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in a couple.